Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm in the office, taking care of business, mind, body, and soul. This is how we get through. It's Wednesday. Let's just have a little bit of fun with the topic today. I know I usually get down with heavier topics, but let's just talk about some conspiracy theories. Talk about 4 different conspiracy theories. Some of these you may have heard of. Some of them maybe you haven't. I've always been open-minded to a good conspiracy. Conspiracies exist. Some of them are stupid, and some of them turn out to be real. And we get to say, ha, I told you so. Can you think of any that turned out to be real? I bet you can. Let's talk about the moon. And no, I'm not going to talk about the moon landing, because that's a popular one. There's lots of documentaries about the moon landing conspiracy. Did it happen or didn't it happen? I'm in the camp that it did happen. We can argue that at a different time. I have friends of mine that I've known for a long time that they think that the moon landing was bullshit. And they're dead set on it being bullshit. I think it happened, but that's not the moon conspiracy. The moon conspiracy that I like is that the moon is a spaceship. Have you heard this one? The moon is a spaceship. When you're looking up at the moon tonight, I don't know if it's a full moon. Let me look at my calendar. Oh, I can't see from there. Might be a full moon tonight. I don't know. That's no moon. Like that line in Star Wars, that's no moon. That's a Death Star. There's a bunch of aliens inside there. And they've been running Earth apparently for thousands of years. They flew that spaceship into our orbit, and they've been up to who knows what ever since. On the back side of the moon, apparently, there's a whole bunch of communication equipment and a whole city and all kinds of stuff that we never get to see. Apparently, according to the theory that we did go to the moon, I am in the camp that we went to the moon, and that the aliens told the astronauts, you guys better get off our turf. Don't come back here. We don't want you around here. We don't like your kind. You stay down there. Don't come up here. And I guess we were scared of them. They're highly advanced, possibly pretty ugly. I hear that the aliens that live in the moon are lizard people, so they're probably pretty tall and pretty scary looking. And the astronauts didn't want to have nothing to do with it. And when they came back and they were interviewed after walking on the moon, they weren't jumping for joy and excited. They're just kind of like, yeah, this is some crazy shit. So who knows what they were thinking? They're thinking about lizard people. We're thinking about what we saw of these guys dancing around on the moon, looking like it's barely got any gravity. So I kind of like this theory. I don't know if I believe it, but I think it's a fun theory to think that maybe that is a spaceship and maybe the moon is hollow. Let's talk about Epstein. Got to talk about Epstein. That's a big conspiracy theory. Did Epstein kill himself? Well, who the hell knows? I personally don't care much about the list. I know it'd be good to expose all these people. They've already exposed Bill Clinton as being on the plane. Bill Clinton and Epstein were big buddies. Epstein had no, was it Epstein or Bill Clinton? I think Bill Clinton had a painting of himself dressed as a woman that Epstein gave him. Whatever, some of you are more experts on this. The angle on the Epstein thing that I want to talk about isn't whether he killed himself in that prison cell. It's the fact that he was a CIA plant. Epstein worked for the CIA. He wasn't an agent. He was an operative. And sure, he's a pedophile. And he was a billionaire living this weird lifestyle. But he was being used, according to the theory, by the CIA in order to entrap world leaders and rich people, to get dirt on them. So then the US government could manipulate these people and have them do whatever they want. They can call up Clinton or whoever and say, hey, why don't you do this for us? And if Clinton says, I don't want to, they can be like, well, we got pictures of you. We know where you were last weekend. We got all kinds of evidence on you. We'll release it. Ruin your life. Your wife will leave you. You'll end up in prison. And then they end up doing it. So this is the theory, that Epstein was a CIA agent and that his lifestyle of having his own island, and he was like a caricature of a billionaire. If you were to make a movie of some fantasy billionaire, he lived that in real life. Other rich people who've met Epstein have interviews where they've talked about meeting him was weird and creepy. And they'd see his house and the women around him and the whole thing and just be like, what the fuck? And these are other rich people. The CIA connection really absolutely makes sense to me. He was a character. Everything about Epstein was fake. And he was really a pedophile, and he really existed, and he really had his own island. But he wasn't real. None of that was real. It was a psyop. Let's go to the next conspiracy theory. How about the Illuminati? Now, I absolutely believe that there are secret societies. Absolutely. The mafia is a secret society. Our country, America, was founded by a secret society who met in bars in Boston and hashed a plan to overthrow the largest empire that ever existed. Secret societies absolutely exist. There's the Bilderbergers, there's the Bohemian Grove, Council on Foreign Relations. There's all kinds of different groups that are sitting around right now with a group of billionaires and politicians, and they're plotting on your future. The World Trade Summit, all these things are secret societies. But the Illuminati, I think it may have existed at one point. I don't think it exists now. And I find it a very funny theory, and you get people like Cat Williams, who recently brought it up, talking about Cat Williams talked about how he was invited to an Illuminati party, invited to join the Illuminati, and they decided to take Ludacris over him. This is what Cat Williams says. It's all such nonsense. Apparently Jay-Z is a member of the Illuminati. I mean, it's laughable. I'm going to tell you right now, and I know some of you are going to be deeply offended by this, but I'm giving you the truth. There's no rappers in the Illuminati. If the Illuminati existed, if any group like that existed, they do not want, I don't care how much money you have, you don't just make tons of money and get offered a spot in. That's not how it works. This is generational power. Think about how royalty works. We're talking about robber barons, the Rockefellers, the Morgans, the Carnegies. They do not give a flying fuck about Jay-Z or Cat Williams or Ludacris or any of these idiots. They're not invited. So let's put a big red X over the Illuminati. I don't think there's a stupid Illuminati. There may have been at one point. But what you guys call the Illuminati is really secret meetings at masonry groups, secret meetings in the back rooms of the Council on Foreign Relations, secret meetings at dinner during the World Trade Organization summits in Davos and these places. These are groups of people that get together, world leaders and rich people, and they plot and scheme against you and me, and that absolutely works, absolutely happens. They're doing it right now. But the Illuminati and all these stupid celebrities, I looked at a list online of who's in the Illuminati, and it's a whole bunch of rappers and athletes. You're not invited, guys. They don't want you. And I know that's offensive, but they don't. So let's go to the next and final conspiracy theory and end the video off with this one. I love this theory. This came out years ago, right after 9/11. Not right after 9/11, sorry. Let me correct that. This came out around 2008. So years after 9/11, but when President Obama, when he got elected. So here's the theory. Let me tell you. The theory is that Osama bin Laden is Barack Obama. They're the same person. It's one person. An actor, and he played both roles as a big trick. And they say, well, that's so stupid. They have this video on YouTube. You can push in Osama is Obama. I watched the video, and they put the face of Obama and Osama on top of each other and layer it on top of each other in this where they make one translucent. And the structure of the nose, the structure of the cheeks, the eyes, the forehead, the chin, the ears, everything lines up perfectly. So you think that Osama bin Laden was killed by SEAL Team 6 and thrown into the ocean? Is not. That's Obama. I love that theory. I wish that's true, just because it's funny. What do you guys think? Thanks for watching.